Today I'm going to work in my magazine idea playground art journal. And I had already planned out what I was going to do for my first project. That is, until I watched Dede's June 5th video. Guess what? She gave us a homework assignment. So I'm going to put my plans for my project aside and do the homework assignment. And I'm going to do that because, well, I think the assignment is a fun one, and it may give me some ideas for the project that I was planning. Before I get started, I want to do a couple shout-outs. Of course, go check out Dede's channel. I put a link to her playlist in the description box below. Her playlist for the magazine idea playground. She calls it another big long name that I can't even repeat it all, it's so long. But she does have a really nice playlist, and this is just a fun project. There are a lot of people jumping onto it. I also want to give a shout out to Jeri Bellini. Jeri did a video on how she constructed her magazine idea playground art journal, and she did a terrific job on it. I'm really excited to see what she does with it. So I'm putting a link to her channel. And then in Dede's June 5th video, which just was up on YouTube on Monday, June 5th, she gave some shout outs to a couple of other people that I'm not familiar with, but there are links to their channels in Dede's description box. So you'll want to check out all of these if you're interested in this project, because it is really going to be a fun project. I am so excited to see what everybody's doing. Now for the homework assignment. I'm going to work on a double-page layout. I'm not going to tell you what the assignment is all about. I am going to put a link with a timer that will take you directly to Dede's assignment in her June 5th video. And you can read it and interpret it for yourself. But I will say I need one main image and 8 smaller images. She encourages us not to pre-think this too much. So I have under wraps here some images that I fussy cut from my glue books. And these are medium-sized ones. And then under here I have a page protector of smaller sized ones. So without me looking at what I'm pulling, so I'm not pre-thinking it, I'm not trying to associate images, I'm just going to reach under here and pull out an image. And I want a fairly large one. I don't want a huge one. And let's see what I get here. Ooh, okay. Coney Island. This is a good start for the main image. Now I'm just going to reach under here. And I got to get to where the opening is. And I need to pull out 8 smaller images. And I'm hoping that I get fairly small ones. So what do I have? Yeah, this is small. I have a geometric design piece. That's one. And these look like some tiles. It's the same thing, too. Probably fussy cut those at the same time. I'm good with those. That's 2. Got to find it. So let's try to reach way under here to get something way different. It's a little warm here. My hands are sticky on this. Okay, let's pull out one for number 3. It's sticking to my hand. Number 3 is looks like just a barrel. Okay, 3. We'll reach down here inside, way inside for number 4. I actually got 4 and 5. This is 4, which is 3 little jars of flowers, so that's 4. 5 is a flower and a butterfly. So I need 3 more. 6 is, I have to see what it is myself. Looks like just a tray with a base of some things. Oh, that looks like a Santa Claus almost. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'll have to look at it better. My camera's not focusing. This looks like an old-fashioned Santa Claus. This may be a Christmas piece. Looks like a coffee cup down there. So that's 6. I need 2 more. 7. Okay. Some decorative pieces. 7. 1 more. Try to reach way down in here. Okay, I got one. 8. What is it? This might be a little large, but it is... What is it? Oh, this is a Halloween piece. Oh, scary crows for Halloween. All right. So let's make sure I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And my main one. Okay. That was fun. I honestly did not know what I was pulling out of there. So let me put these aside. This is going to be the main one. And I think I'm going to have to do this across 2 pages. And there'll be 8 of them circling around here. This, Dede says it over and over and over in her videos, and I'm going to repeat it here. This is a playground. This is not an art journal. Well, it's an art journal, but it's an idea accumulation type thing. It's nothing where you're trying to make a beautiful art journal page with a lot of meaning. It's a book that was intended to inspire you onto other projects and to give you creative ideas. And if you watch enough of these types of videos on the Idea Magazine, Idea Playground, I think you'll get the meaning of it. And even as you watch this project progress, right now you just see me pasting images, 8 images around a small one. And actually, I guess I could just tell you what we're doing is we are mind mapping images. And I really would rather you go listen to Dede explain the project, but it isn't going to make sense to you for me to watch this and not know what's going on. So just keep in mind, this is mind mapping images, but I have no idea what the images were before I pulled them out of those piles of images that I had. Okay, so there is my main image, which is this lady, and 8 smaller images. Now I'm wanting to reach for my fine line paint applicators because I use them all the time and I love how they work, but I also know that these take some time to dry. And I won't want to do that, so I've never used these. These are PBO acrylic markers, and I guess I'm going to have to cut the sack open. No, I guess it has I don't know how these are going to work on this page, but I'm going to find out. They look fun to use. And I imagine you have to pump them to get them going. They look like that type of a marker. Let's pull one open here. Yeah, see, I'll have to I'll have to prime it. Well, let's just prime it here. Well, it didn't take too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line around her. Keep in mind that this entire piece is my central figure. And she's fairly large on this page, and then around the central figure are 8 smaller figures. There's this decorative piece, which I am just going to call, I don't know where it came from. It looks like a tile piece. There are these coffee pots that are decorative coffee pots and a tray. This probably came out of one of my decorator magazines. Can't see where I'm going here. And this, I'm really kind of liking this marker. We'll see how it reacts with this. This is craft paint on the background. These are some old Halloween crow decorations. And I'm just going to kind of fast draw a line around them. This is some more tile work here. And this is a wooden bucket and a pretty flower with a butterfly. The butterfly is part of it. And last is, oh no, not last, this one looks like a shelf with a Santa Claus and some Christmas decorations on it. Christmas. And this is a jar, 3 mason jars with, looks like peonies in them. I've got peonies on the brain because I just drew them. Okay. Should I number these? I'm wanting to number them. I'm not sure that that's part of the project, but I'm wanting to do it, and it's my playground, so I am. I'm noticing this marker is kind of, I don't know if the felt is going to react with this. Let's see if I can. 1, 2, I want prettier numbers. 2, 3, I'm not sure these PBO markers are going to be the thing to use here. They're kind of dragging on this paint. So I'm questioning, are these good writing material to write over acrylic? They do write over it, but I feel a drag. And they are fairly expensive. I paid $20 for 5 markers, so they're $4 a marker. That's pretty expensive. That's not the most expensive, but you don't want them to dry up. 6, 7, and I don't want the craft paint to dry out my marker. 8. Now, and I'm not going to have room to do this except for just kind of going like this. 8. We're going to link this one with this one with this. So I'm just going to kind of draw lines as I go here. And this guy, he's going to come in here. I know what it means. I think somebody else looking at this and not knowing what it means might have some trouble interpreting it, but I don't care. This is my playground. Oh, that sounds selfish, doesn't it? I know what it means. That's what I'm saying. So I got each one of these figures, these images, linked back to the main image. And I'm not sure I'm liking this paint marker on here. We'll see. Now, the other thing she says is to link each image to themselves. So I'm going to use the same marker, and I'm going to draw lines this way. 1, 8 to 1, 1 to 2. See how that's dragging on there? I would expect a paint marker to have more of a paint. I don't want to ruin my marker, so I'm going to stop and reach for my fine line paint applicator because I trust it more. So I'm going to go back over these lines. I'm going to link each one of these to the main one. I'm just going back over the lines that I did here. And this one, there, 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 and there. Okay, now 8 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4. Well, it was actually 4 to 3. 4 to 5. 5 to 6. 6 to 7. And 7 links back over here to 8. I'm going to draw arrows on here so that we know the direction. 8 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. I like arrows. 3 to 4. This arrow's going to come in a little bit more. 4 to 5. 5 to 6. Yeah, I like my fine line paint applicators. I just like them. 6 to 7. It'll take a little time for this paint to dry, but it goes down good. And then 7 will come back over here to 8. And there's actually going to be an arrow there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the next thing that she said, do if you get to it and you want to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I did 1 to 2. So I'm going to do 1 to 8 this way. Draw my arrow this way. 1 to 8. 8 to 7. So we're going back the reverse direction. We're going counterclockwise. 7 to 6. 6 to 5. 5 to 4, and 4 is going to come out here and pick up again over here. 4 to 3, 3 to 2. Ooh, this is fun. And actually that was 3 to 2, what did I miss? Oh, I went 3 to 1. Actually, 3 should go to 2 here. This is a mistake, but that's okay. 2 to 1, and then 1 picks up over here and goes to 8. I made a mistake in there, but it's a pretty mistake. Now, before I get to the meat of it, I've got to put some decoration on here because this looks like a doily to me. I've got to put some dots. Hey, that's what I do with my fine line paint applicator. You know, I've got to have them. It's not a doily without dots. And it's my playground. Yeah, put some dots in here. Some dots in here. Some dots around these. To me, that just adds a layer of intricacy to, especially when I'm drawing doilies with my fine line paint applicator. It just kind of, and it's fun to do. Now I've got all these spots in here. But I'm going to use that for something else. But you know what? I just have to do this. I have to put a border around this page. Around this whole area. It's just, it's calling out to me. It says, border, Mary, border. And I don't care if the lines are crooked. I'm just kind of doing this one-handed. Yeah, kind of pulls everything together. Now, this whole area is wet. And I can't go on further with this, but I'm much happier with this on this craft paint than I am these PBO markers. These are expensive markers, and I could see it was starting to drag and dry, and I don't want to ruin the marker. So I got out my fine line paint applicator. So I'm going to turn off the video and let this dry. I may use my heat gun on it. And then when it's at a point where I can work at it again, I will come back. The paint on here is dry enough to work on. There are some wet spots in here, like on the corners here. I'm just going to kind of blot these. I don't care if they're messy. In fact, messy could be good in this case. I think that what I'm going to do, I was going to go into fast forward to do this so that I could do a short video, but I don't think you're going to get this meaning behind the homework assignment if I do that. So I'm going to split this video up over at least 2 days. I'll have part 1 today and part 2 tomorrow. So what I'm going to do, I was thinking that I'd write in here, but there's not enough room for me to write everything that I want to write. So I think what I'm going to do is title this page, and rather trying to think up of some exotic, beautiful title, that's not my goal. I'm just going to pull it from this postcard here that says, "Greetings from Coney Island, New York." So that's what I'm going to write here. I'm going to put "Greetings from," and then I'll put Coney Island, New York here. Because I want to play more with these dots, I'm just going to add more dots here. I like it. Now I may come in after this is dry and add some color in here to delineate the different pieces, but I can't do anything while it's wet. So we'll save that for tomorrow. I'm really happy with it the way it is, though. I think I've made good progress. It makes a lot of sense to me, and it's given me, I already have ideas. But what I have ideas about tonight, this evening while I'm doing it, may completely change by tomorrow, as I hate to say as I think about it, but who says I can't think about it? Why does everything have to happen in 3 seconds? You know, I pulled these images at random, so to me that's spontaneous, and you know, I might come up with something. I will see you tomorrow on the same page.